6 a.m. Good morning to you. We begin this hour with break level there now up to more than 693 feet. Just 24 hours it went up about 25 feet.
And these are live pictures there of the homes that you could see are in the area where even more families are being evacuated at this time.
Good morning again. Thanks for joining us for KV News Daybreak at 6 a.m. I'm Brian Mays.
And I'm Yvonne Nava. Lake Travis is now at major flood stage. So let's get right on over to Erica Lopez with all the details. Erica.
That's right, guys. The red polygon on this graphic here shows a flash flood warnings in effect for those living around the Lake Travis area. And we have more rain going on right now on radar. This is not good. It doesn't look like a lot of rain, but anything adds insult to injury in this situation because our ground in the hill country, much of central Texas cannot absorb any more moisture. So any rain that falls is just going to act as runoff, and we have more rain in the forecast. So want to get a little bit more in depth in terms of this flash flood warning. So it is in effect for those who live around Lake Travis. We're already seeing water that is entering into some folks' homes in these areas, but definitely flash flooding over the lower shorelines of Lake Travis is ongoing. Cities that are included in this: Jonestown, Lago Vista, Hudson Bend, Briarcliff. We're talking about almost 27,000 people that are in this flash flood warning. Please do listen to these evacuations if you are in an evacuation zone. Here's the latest update right now: 128% full. So we have seen a significant increase, yes, in just the last 24 hours, and it continues to increase. It is at its 7th highest. Again, that's the number 7. I know there's been a little confusion with 2nd and 7th, but is it at its 7th highest height that it's ever been in Lake Travis? And yes, more rain chances are on the way. Today, a few scattered showers. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms likely. Tomorrow's the day we are worried about. So it's something I'll talk about in the full forecast. Walk us through our hour-by-hour forecast coming up later on in the newscast. But as for now, guys, back to you.
All right, Erica, thank you. As we mentioned, first responders evacuating people living out near Lake Travis.
KVU's Leslie Adamy near the area this morning. And Leslie, you've seen it for yourself. What's the message for people who are still in their homes?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, well, that message would be for those who are still here to, maybe make your way out and do so safely. Now, I will say the folks that we've been chatting with you this morning about how there have been sheriff's deputies checking on us, patrolling the areas. They've just pulled up to our car and let us know that they have left the area until Lake Patrol gets out here later this morning. They could not give me a time, so they are not, law enforcement is not here in the area to evacuate you, but I will give you the number if you know someone who needs to get in contact with the sheriff's office for help evacuating, and that's going to be 512-854-9770. Now, again, that's going to be for folks who may still need help evacuating because when we had talked to sheriff's deputies, they said that for the most part, we're here in Graveyard Point, by the way, for the most part, folks who are from this area have cleared out. You can get an idea of why you see water taking over front lawns and traveling up doorways and front and entranceways to houses. And on this way, this road is completely blocked off. This is why I say the message for those who are still in this area: if you feel like you don't need help, and if you are going to decide to make your way out on your own, to make sure you're doing so safely. The sheriff's deputies had let us know that in this area there are some very limited areas where you can get in and where you can get out. So the message that we have always tried to hone in is, of course, turn around, don't drown. Do not try to make your way across that puddle. Of course, Lake Travis now 128% full, and we are, absolutely seeing the effects here in Graveyard Point. A flash flood warning does remain in effect for the town of Lakeway as well as surrounding areas. But for now, guys, we're going to go ahead and send it back to you in studio.
All right, if you're trying to get out of that area, first responders want you to do it safely.
Absolutely. We can't warn everyone enough. If you see high water on the road, try not to go through it. Do not go through that. There are more than 160 low water crossings closed right now in the area. Daybreak's Anavid Reyes has been tracking the roads for us this morning. Let's get straight to her with more as we still deal with a lot of water on the roads out there, Anavid.
That's true. And if you see, just a little bit of water out on the roadway that you are familiar with or that you travel, every single day, just turn around, don't drown, don't risk it. Let's talk about Graveyard Point area where you just saw Leslie out there reporting live. So right now I checked ATX floods to make sure that these roads were still open. And in fact, they are. So your evacuation route is Hurst Creek Road to Lowman's Crossing Road to Lakeway Boulevard to access RM 620. Now that's if you're coming from the Graveyard Point area. Everywhere around this Lake Travis area, and that includes Lakeway, Briarcliff, Hudson Bend, your main artery to get out of here is RM 620. That being said, RM 620 will be heavily congested this morning as people are just trying to make their way out or making their way over to work this morning. So 620 will take you to US 183, or it can take you to 2222 to 360, but everybody knows that's a headache because it gets heavily congested. Also consider 71 just west of here as your alternate route via 620. Now let's go ahead and talk about a closure that is near 360 or near the Arboretum, Old Spice Wood Springs Road. That remains closed. Consider Yukon as your alternate route to access either US 183 or 360 in that area. Also in the Lakeway area, heads up for this minor closure. This is on Fritz Hughes Park Road. The road is closed between Mountain View Drive and Fritz Hughes Park. So that's a look at your closures in the Lake Travis area for your 6:06 Wednesday morning. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much. And some Central Texas school districts are either closed or delaying classes today because of the flooding. All classes in Llano ISD and Marble Falls ISD are canceled for today. They're closed. Educators with Burnett CISD, they're going to be on a 2-hour delay. We're monitoring other school districts in our area. We're going to let you know if there are any other cancellations or delays to pass along to you.
Governor Greg Abbott has issued a state disaster declaration for 18 counties here in Texas. He's authorizing the use of all available resources of state government and of political subdivisions to aid in response efforts. Here's a reason why a lot of people have never seen anything like this in their lifetime. This is video of the 2900 bridge there in Kingsland, which was washed away by floodwaters yesterday morning.
And this is video shot at the Starkey Dam. That's a deck. That's someone's home. A deck of someone's home right there just floating along the river, the Colorado River in Marble Falls. That's how powerful this floodwater is. All 10 gates are open at that dam this morning to try and alleviate flooding issues to the north. And that's where we find meteorologist Jason Michael. Jason, how are things out there?
Well, it's still a precarious situation unfolding here, Yvonne. Good morning to you and good morning, everyone. We're still watching closely what's happening here at Starkey Dam. As you were saying earlier, Yvonne, all that debris, some of those floating docks went over the dam yesterday. Now, currently, LCRA has been reporting that Lake Marble Falls is going down from this time yesterday, where it peaked yesterday at about 753 feet. Now it is at about 737 right now. So we're seeing marked improvement, but nonetheless, the conditions right now, as Erica's been reporting on this morning, we're expecting more scattered showers and heavy rain to be forecasted for the area over the next 24 to 36 hours. And just now, not only have the winds picked up here in Burnett County, but also we're starting to get some more rainfall as well. So some of these closures that you've been talking about this morning, they are because of this extra rainfall that we've been watching. So from 24 hours ago, my photographer Kenneth was saying that early you could not see yesterday some of those smaller pillars of the dam. We've been seeing that today. So that again is showing a little improvement that we've been receiving coming off of Lake Marble Falls. Now, we're still going to be watching to see if the water is still going to be going up, if it's still going to be going down. That's a great thing. If it goes back up still, we're going to be inundated with some areas of flooding across central Texas. But again, nonetheless, if you are wanting to go out and see some of these areas that have been flooded or have some more flooding coming your way, please do not do that. We urge you to stay home and tune into KVU. You can watch the actual news unfolding on our app and also online as well as on air. And we urge you to stay out of areas that could be inundated and could be overrun by floodwaters. For now, I'm Jason Michael for KVU News reporting live here at the Starkey Dam. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Jason. Wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on with each dam right now. So starting off with Buchanan Dam first, there are this morning 4 floodgates that are open. Yesterday, for a good period of the time, there were no floodgates open. Now, an improvement in Wirtz Dam. Yesterday, all of the 10 floodgates were open. Now they have reduced that to just 5 that are open. Obviously, Jason gave us an update at Starkey Dam, but the update at Mansfield Dam this morning, 4 floodgates are open. We do not have word if they expect to open any more floodgates throughout this morning, but I'll keep you guys updated if that does come into play. And then Tom Miller, 4 floodgates are partially open this morning. Here's an update on the Llano River. In Llano also, we're seeing some improvement here. Good news. If we see improvement going on in Llano, this water just filters into what's going on in the Highland Lakes. So if we see improvement here, we're going to see improvement with time for folks out in the Highland Lakes. That includes Lake Travis and also now Lake Austin. That's seeing some impact this morning. But right now it's at 14 feet, just over flood stage. Yesterday, this number crested at just under 40 feet, at about 39 feet. And it is expected to drop below flood stage by later on this afternoon, possibly tonight. But now the bad news, there is more rain on the forecast, guys, that we'll be tracking. Already ongoing scattered showers. I know it looks like nothing, but the soils are so saturated. Any rain that does fall, it is not going to be able to soak into the ground. It's just going to act as runoff, go straight into our rivers and also our lakes. This morning, there is a flash flood warning that is ongoing. It has been extended until 8 a.m. for those living around the Lake Travis area because of the fact that the lake level continues to rise. Here's the latest number, 128% full officially. The full number is 681 feet. We are at 695 feet. This is the 7th highest level it has ever been on record. The first highest level is 710 feet. That was in the year of 1991 during the Christmas floods of 91. But we haven't had it this high since June of 2016. So it's been a good couple of years that we've been under the full capacity. As a matter of fact, about a good year that we haven't seen river levels at full 100% or possibly greater. So here's the big issue, the rain that remains in the forecast and scattered showers are likely for the hill country. They have the best chance of rain. Austin, I think will pretty much stay clear until rain chances start to pick up for us tomorrow. Tomorrow, heavy rain is possible, and this is what we're really worried about and the reason why flash flood watches remain in effect for the hill country. 70% chance of rain. Showers are likely. Can't rule out some strong thunderstorms also. Friday into Saturday, scattered showers remain in the forecast. Will dry out for the start of next weekend as a system will help push out all this moisture. But an additional couple of inches is possible. And again, this is not good news whatsoever. So even though we may see some slow improving conditions this morning, that may not be the case as we head into tomorrow. But your allergy forecast is still expected to remain very low for mold. We'll make sure to update you in the Statesman every single day, and above average rainfall continues. Here's a quick look at your next 7 days, and we'll be back with more news coming up after the break.